Hello everybody, Scott Hashay here for the Network Marketing Mentors Show. And today we have a special guest with us, Donna Stewart. She has had her own home business for well over a decade now, and she's made over $4 million doing so. So Donna, welcome to the call today.
Thank you, Scott. It's great to be here, and thanks so much for inviting me.
Well, great to have you here. Now Donna, tell us a little bit about what got you started with your own home business.
You know, I can't even believe you said that I've made that much money. It's actually a little overwhelming when I think about it, because when I first started, Scott, I had a 5-year-old and I was pregnant and I was working outside the home at a restaurant. I also worked at a phone company. My husband was on the road all the time, and you know, I just wanted to change a lot of things in my life. We were in debt. You know, we had hardly any time for each other, let alone our one child, and now a second was on the way. So I began to search for a way that I could actually replace my income from outside the home so I could be at home and be with my kids. And that's when I came across this whole idea of home business. And I looked at a lot of things, and happy to say I found one that fit for me and my family, and I just jumped right in, and happy to say, you know, it actually proved up, and we've been at home ever since. In fact, my husband's at home with us too. We all work together right from home, and we've been doing it, you know, since our kids were 5 and newborn, and now they're 19 and 14, which I can't believe.
Excellent. So, Donna, in your opinion, what does it take to build a professional and successful home business?
Well, you know, for me, when I first started, I've never ever had any type of home business. I've never done anything like this before. So I kind of followed someone I knew who was very successful, and he taught me a lot of things. And one of the things he taught me was to focus on my why, my reason to do it. Because regardless of what happens, you know, you're always going to have some sort of bump in the road. You're always going to have some sort of struggle, something that could easily knock you off your game. And so he taught me the value in really focusing on why you're doing what you're doing, because that keeps you focused, that gets you through the humps. And every time I thought of my kiddos, boy, you know, if ever I had a setback, that just kept me right back on track. So that really is, you know, one of the tips I think is important for everybody to think about. Why are you doing it? And it has to be something bigger than money, right? Everybody wants more money. That it can't just be about the money. So he made me kind of dig a lot deeper into why. You know, why do you want more money? Why do you want to be at home with your kids? And I wrote it out, and I had a little note. I kept it under my pillow, and I looked at it every single morning and every single night, and that kept me right on track.
Excellent. So, as far as focusing on your why, is there any kind of specific instructions you'd give to the people out here that would help them focus and laser in on not only what their why is, but how to get themselves in the mindset to help achieve that why?
Well, you know, I think most people who achieve great success in any, you know, venture, business, job, you know, as athletes, I think they have kind of private moments with themselves, and they really get deep inside themselves. And so what I did, and what I was taught, was to really have that moment and get a pen and paper and be alone and write out your life 10 years from now. Like, what do you want it to look like? So what I did is I wrote out a little note to myself, like I was writing a letter to myself in the future. And it was, you know, today is Christmas morning. I woke up early before the kids. I'm having I'm enjoying a beautiful cup of coffee as I watch the snow come down. It's great to know all my bills are paid in full. Every present under this tree is paid in full. We have a nice holiday planned and after Christmas, and that's paid in full. So I had this whole, you know, futuristic story I wrote to myself. And I still have it today, and I look at it, and you know, I've revisited my why, because your why changes all the time as well. So it's important to continue to do that. So that's one thing I would encourage people to do, is think about what you want your life to look like 5 years from now, or maybe 10 years from now, and how you feel inside in that moment of what you expect your life to be.
Excellent. Now, from a building the business standpoint, you've obviously had quite a bit of success in what you do. Is there any particular way that you've built your business that is unique in such a way that has been able to get you to where you are today?
Well, you know, there's a yes and a no. You know, I think we're all the same in some regard, but at Christmas time in 1999, I was given a book, and it's called, I actually have it right here. I pulled it out because I knew we were having this meeting today, but it's called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I don't know if you can see it there, Scott.
We certainly can.
But I got that book for Christmas in 1999, and I wasn't an avid book reader at all, but it was a really kind of easy read. It was a neat little story. And after I read that book over the Christmas holiday in '99, it immediately changed my mindset about my life, what I want to do, how I want to live. And it was January of 2000 is when I made that decision to build this business. And through that book and through my own thought process, I realized that here I was, a mom that wanted to be at home with my kids. I couldn't be the only one in the world that was like that. So I figured, you know, there's got to be other moms out there like me that want the same thing. So I actually started to really target and focus on attracting those types of people, like-minded people like me. And so the result of that is I really have been able to partner and work with some incredible women along the way. We're continuing to grow today, but it's just wonderful when you surround yourself and focus on like-minded people. And I think that's kind of the special thing that I did and still do today.
That's a great bit of advice, because obviously, by not necessarily even targeting your market, but also going after people that are just like you, allows you to be yourself with them, and it allows you to help them grow. So Donna, how many people would you say that you've actually helped grow in their business? Because you've been a mentor for quite a few different moms that are out there.
Well, you know, I've personally partnered up with about 120 or so people over the span of the decade, really, and partnered really closely with many of them just happy members of our team and enjoy the products that we offer. But the percent that want to build the business, out of those 120, my entire organization, because they found great people that want to change their life as well, the organization has grown to over 4,000. And to me, that's mind-blowing. And we're still growing today. It's just wonderful to know that what we do is truly about helping other people reach their goals. It's not about me. It's not about each individual person. It's about a group of people helping each other to achieve their goals together. And that, to me, is really something we're thrilled and blessed to be a part of.
Absolutely. I've seen it so many times where people are so focused on me, and they're not focused enough on the people that they're actually working with, because it's all about moving everybody forward. And
well, I got a quote one time, Scott, from my mentor. He says, Donna, you know, and I'm sure, you know, many people watching this may have heard it, but, and I actually have it written here at my desk, but it's, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So it really is about the other people. And when you get into that mindset, boy, you're going to have a whole different life.
Absolutely. Now, Donna, what would be the one piece of advice that you could give our viewers here today that would really rocket them in the business and help them grow long-term and have that longevity?
Well, I don't know if I can give you one piece of advice, but let me see if I can throw a few in here. One thing I was taught was that you need to have 3 characteristics to be super successful in anything you do. And that is to be someone who does have a strong why, a reason to do it, because that's your focus. The second characteristic is to really genuinely care about other people, so have a heart. And the third thing is to be coachable. So you want to make sure that you are listening, learning, and applying the things that those who have accomplished what you want to accomplish are teaching you. And, you know, at the beginning of my business, I wasn't all that coachable, I got to tell you. I had a why, I had a strong reason, I cared about other people, but I just wasn't that coachable. But through reading books and developing myself and learning what leadership is all about, I realized how valuable being coachable is. So when I applied that, that's when my business really started to take off, because I really started to apply what I was learning. So I would say have that strong why, have a heart, be coachable, and spend some time every single day working on you. Reading books, surrounding yourself with the right people, getting out there, being active, but really working on yourself as well.
Excellent advice, Donna. Now, just one more thing. Could you actually show us that book once again? I just want you to show it to us so that we get an idea for the book, so that we can go out and actually take a look at it, purchase the book, and you know, get some good advice from it. Of course, we're also going to link it at the bottom of this video as well, so that you can take a look at it for yourself and see if it's going to help you out.
Well, I've got a couple books here, but here's the one that I got in 1999 for Christmas. from my mother-in-law, actually.
What a great gift.
I know. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. Here's another one. I'm always reading books. They're all over my desk. Start With Why by Simon Sinek. You know, in this day and age, you've got to get good at marketing as well. So Seth Godin. Any book by Seth Godin. There's one. But yeah, I'm constantly reading books. I often have several on the go. But that Monk Who Sold His Ferrari really was the catalyst to me realizing that I could really accomplish anything I put my mind to.
Excellent. That's great advice, Donna. Thank you so much for joining us here on today's call. For all of you that are watching, we have a ton of great content coming through on the show. We would have leaders just like Donna every week on the show. We are available in iTunes for podcast. Also, you can subscribe to us using our YouTube channel. So, Donna, once again, thank you so much for joining us on the call. It's great advice, and thanks for the book recommendations as well.
Thanks for having me, Scott. Make it a great day.